115 West Park. Bill was always the one that was happy to babysit me. In that same picture?
Yeah, I just blew it up is all.
15 West Park, only out in front of the house, and there's Bill and Bob and Dan in front.
Bill liked to babysit and Bob didn't.
Well, Mom would say, Bobby, you have to take Danny with you. He'd say, I don't want to take that. Parked out in the front, Bill and Mom and Bob.
Bill
on the left, and Mom in the middle, and Bob on the right there, in front of the left. Bill went in the seminary for a couple of years, St. Edward's Seminary in Kenmore, Washington. Picture.
Bob on the left?
Yeah, Bob is on the left, me in the middle, and Bill is in his Simple on South Montana Street. That's a KXLF radio station, TV station. About 1939. Our dog Mickey at 1022 West Porphyry. This was taken with an old camera that didn't have a good...
Okay, Butter Driscoll and the dog Mickey.
Mickey. Toy man.
Nicky?
Mickey was a toy Manchester. Dan, Butter, and Bob Driscoll. Taken at 1022 West Porphyry Street. About 1930. Or just before Dad died, so they were probably closer to 1942 than 1939.
Okay, this is Bill, Dan, Butter, and Bob, just before Butter passed away.
On the left, Ethel in the middle, and Bob on the right, taken at 1022 West Porphyry. Mom holding.
Bill, Ethel, Bob, and the dog Mickey.
Taken just before he died, so it was around 1942. He's about 44 years. Sleeves rolled up like that. That's how Pat Kane used to go around. I always had the work shirts on. A little while before he died, holding Mickey in his lap. That Mickey was a toy man in the living room of 1022 West Porphyry Street. From the left, Bill and Mom and Dan and Bob. Dad and Jack and Bill in the living room of 1115 West Porphyry, about 1940.
Butter, Jack, and Bill Driscoll.
Taken of Dad when before he died. This is Dad and Mom and Jack when Jack was going off to the Navy.
Taken.
This was in the backyard of 1022 West Porphyry Street. Family, Butter, Bob, Bill, Jack, and Danny in the front.
It's before Dad left for North Africa.
Dad went overseas.
Last time they were all together.
Yard at 1022 West Porphyry. Mom, Bob, Bill, and Jack across the back, and me. I wonder if that one's just a blow up of this one. 2 West Porphyry. Mom, Bob, Bill, Jack across the back, and me in the front. And well to me. Bob, Bill, Jack, and then me in the front again. And Lorraine before Jack went off to the Navy, so they weren't married yet. It was before Dad died.
Before Jack and Lorraine were married.
44, and Mom and Jack taking the backyard of 1022 West Porphyry. This is another picture of Jack and Lorraine before they were married, before he went off to Africa, taken in California. Lorraine, when they lived at 843 North Benton. Jackie was born, probably before Jackie was born. Taken at 843 North Benton Way in Los Angeles when he was going to USC. And Lorraine in California, me, Mom, and Bill, and this is Jackie that Mom is holding there. The Queen of Angels Hospital over that hill that was something like Platinum Street Hill. And you'd go...
1947, while Pat was being born.
Yeah.
He is kind of cute, isn't he?
Yeah. And Phil Harrington on the left and Bing Rooney on the right when they all went to Yellow Mom and Bing Rooney. This is Dorothy Harrington's brother. He was a musician too.
Rooney was Dorothy Harrington's brother.
Dorothy
He was a
Harrington's
musician,
brother, yeah.
and he was also a newspaper reporter.
Right. I'm in California holding either Jack or Pat. I don't know which one it is. Can't tell by the picture.
Looks to me like it might be Pat.
Best friends, Bing Rooney, Mom, Dad, and Dorothy Harrington. Rooney, Mom, Dad, and Dorothy Harrington. Phil is probably taking this picture. Dorothy and Phil Harrington on the left, Bing Rooney in the back, and Dad on the right.
It's like a postcard almost.
Of Dad and Mom together, and this was on that Yellowstone Park trip.
Okay, Butter Driscoll and Ethel Driscoll on the trip to Yellowstone Park.
In Yellowstone Park with my dad very foolishly standing there feeding a bear, something they won't let you do now, but I don't believe that either. Everybody lied to me a lot. Still standing in front of the side door of our house at 1115 West Park. He had alopecia, so it looked like...
He had alopecia?
He had alopecia, and lost a lot of the hair on the sides of his head. Made him look back in... where was the World's Fair in New York that year, I think. And Phil Harrington there a little bit to the left, and then Dorothy Harrington is on his right. And then
Dorothy's right.
I think the guy to Dorothy's right is one of her brothers. Dorothy Harrington on the left, Phil is the third one from the left, and Mom was to the far right, but I...
Okay, this picture's of Graham with Dorothy and Phil Harrington at the World's Fair in New York.
Tiny Watson up at Glacier Park. That's her, Tiny's Hudson there. Tiny was an entertainer, a real good friend. She lived in the little shack out behind our apartment on 1115 West Park Street. The steering wheel of Tiny Watson's Hudson convertible, and the dog is Peppy, who went every place.
Did Graham drive?
No, I don't think so. Maybe she did. She had to drive Dad's car most of the time. Watson taken up at Glacier Park on that same trip. This is the way I remember her. She was a very fat woman, belt out a tune like nobody's business. You could hear her singing a mile away. Tiny Watson taken up at Flathead Lake, and I don't know who the little boy is. It's not me. I used to think it was me after she left here, but she called up to see if she could get a hold of him again with her traveling boyfriend. She always had a boyfriend with her. I don't know who the guy was, though.
For some of her songs.
Oh, Ain't Misbehavin' was one.
So she'd sing Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea,
Mm-hmm.
play the piano while she was singing.
Oh, yeah. Sang like Sophie Tucker.
Huh?
Admiral's Daughter, ship ahoy, sailor boy, don't you get too springy. Admiral's Daughter's down by the water. His boyfriend's lap up at Glacier Park. On this trip up to Glacier Park with Tiny Watson. I don't really know what year it might have been. Probably.
This is Ethel, probably around the year 1937 in Glacier Park.
Of my mom up in Glacier Park on that same trip. Probably 1937.
Cute clothes.
And Tiny Watson's boyfriend sitting on one of those walls on the going to Sun Highway in Glacier Park. I don't know where, but it was Ray and Laverne Watsky in the back, and me in front of Laverne. Left to right, our Bob on the left, and Steve McGowan, and Joe McGowan, and...
So your mom and Jack are the ones on the top on the right.
Yeah. Together up at the Columbia Gardens, and the only one I can really identify is Bill, right in the middle of the front row.
Looks an awful lot like all the other Driscolls.
Boyfriend standing there, and I'm standing there very much in awe of this guy for some reason. I think he was smoking a pipe, and
It's a great picture.
Now this picture here is one family, and in the back seat there's a baby, and that's Jack, and I can't identify these.
By the dozen to me.
Yeah. That's how people had to get around in those days. There is, I don't know the first girl, then me, and then Tommy Prisk, my cousin Eddie Clark, is Joan Redmond, who is now Joan Shannon, and a couple of kids I can't remember.
Man Curly in the back on the right. Where's it at?
That's in front of 1115 West Park Street. I'm all exactly the same age.